Hi guys, welcome in. Welcome to Make the First Move. I'm so excited to have you here. Um, I think let's just jump straight in. Okay, so first of all, thank you for coming to this masterclass. I am so excited that you're here, that you're with me. Um, one thing, first things first, this is a safe space. So anything shared in this space is a complete vault. This is a judgment-free zone, and anything shared is not yours to share outside of this. Sorry. Anything shared in this space is not for you to share outside of this. So if you're feeling the need to gossip, if you're feeling the need to share something someone else has said, um, please just eliminate that from yourself immediately. Again, this space is a shared space for all of us. This is for us to all feel very just, yeah, safe. As many ways as you can say that this is a safe space for everyone, then just take that. And a judgment-free zone is what we are trying to promote in this. If I keep looking at the camera, it's because I'm also a YouTuber, so my automatic instinct now is to look directly down the camera lens. So I hope that's not jarring for you. If it is, we can practice some direct eye contact and communication skills. So let us begin. Okay, let me just take a sip of water. Um, Also, you will need a journal for this, a pen, some water. We're settling in. We're having dedicated me time. Okay. Make sure you stay hydrated throughout this. Um, Also, if you're watching this as a replay, please feel free to pause me at any time and really process something or really get all of your ideas out. Don't just carry on with it just because I'm talking. Take a pause, write down what you need to, feel into what you need to, and pick me back up again when you're ready. Okay, I think those are my disclaimers. I think we're ready now. So, for a bit of reference, just in case you don't know me, this is your first chance getting to know me. Hi, I'm Alex. I am a mindset mentor and coach. I am a podcaster. I am a YouTuber. I am a university student currently graduating in a couple of months. I am mixed race. I'm Nigerian. I'm a British Nigerian. I am 23, just in case you wanted to know my age. I am a Libra, and is that it about me? I think that is for right now, anyway. Oh, and I'm one of four children. So I am very much middle child. Some things about me might come across as middle child. So if you identify that, then I am. But yeah, I think that is it that you need to know right now about me. If you have any more questions or want to get to know me more, visit any of my social media, visit my coaching page, Alex Me on Thoughts, and visit my YouTube because these are the most authentic expressions of me. So you'll get to know me very quickly. Um, okay, let's dive into the masterclass. So to begin with, I want to get two things very clear for you. And these two things are very essential to this process of making the first move. Um, I think this is very essential to basically anything you do in life because it is your what and your why. So, firstly, we are going to tackle your what. So, your what is your current dream. So, for me, this is something that you think about every day. I very much used to be a person that would be undecided on what it is they would actually like to achieve in life and what it is they wanted to do as a career, as something to make themselves money, because unfortunately that is the world we live in and we don't get to just not make money. Unless you're very privileged and have someone funding you, then all power to you. But for most of us, we have to earn a living. Um, and I was so stuck because I wanted to be um, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to be a graphic designer at one point. I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a zookeeper at one point. Also, I considered going to university for zoology. I wanted to be A doctor without border, kind of related to just being a doctor, going around the world and helping people in natural disasters, things of that sort. I wanted to be basically many things. That's the general gist of what I wanted to be. And it's really like essential to me to know, essential to me for you to know that I really, sorry, I'm having a bit of a technical issue. Okay, here we go. I wanted to be so many things that it was just confusing. And I know so many of us are in this situation where we exist on social media now. So every avenue is actually available to you. You can probably be multiple things in your lifetime. You probably will be multiple things in your lifetime. You'll never just evolve into one specific thing. And that's not a bad thing, but it does mean we have endless options. And endless options means confusion and feeling lost. And I very much know the feeling of being lost. I ended up messing up my A levels. I went traveling for a year. I came back, taught myself my A levels, did my exams. I got into university. I'm at university. I had COVID, like all of us did, lockdowns, a year abroad that got cancelled. So I went traveling again. And now I'm here being, I'll say it, an incredible coach. And with that comes a lot of confusion. And for many of us, we're either so confused that we don't move, or we are so confused that we try too many things. And trying a lot of things is amazing, but trying too many things because you can't settle yourself on what it is that actually provides value to you and what you need to prioritize in your life and what makes you happy, that's just where we get a bit lost and we get a bit confused, and it kind of starts to feel very overwhelming. So let's do the first task. And I want you to rank your top 5 values. So this is what you prioritize most in your life, either subconsciously or consciously. And these are the things you value most. So this is not everything you value ever. It's the 5 things you value most in your life. So this can be your health. This can be your relationships, your relationship with your partner or your family or your best friends, your kids. This can be your work, your solitude or your autonomy, your independence. This can be your honesty, your integrity, your wisdom, your loyalty, your kindness. If you like being generous, charitable, these are your top 5 values. So just for like a little idea, I value most my loyalty, my kindness, my health, my relationship with my partner, and I value my solitude, my independence. Um, I didn't rank those in order, so yeah, rank yours in order, number 1 to number 5, and you have to get very clear on this because this very much dictates what makes you happy and what makes you feel like you are leading a fulfilling life. So if you're watching this on a replay, feel free to pause me now and really get clear and make some hard choices, because this is hard. This is meant to be hard because these are the things that drive are driving forces in your life. So whatever you value, top 5, I want you to get really clear on them now. And really like lean into what settles with your soul, like what feels very aligned and right for you. Okay. So coming back into it, um, now that you've got your values and you've ranked them honestly about what it is that actually is meaningful to you, I now want you to rank your beliefs. And this is a bit of this one's a bit harder. So your beliefs are what is driving you and what is limiting you. And I want you to kind of create a top 5. If you can't settle on 5, create your top 10, your top 8, whatever it is that you think are the most important things driving you, as well as the most important things limiting you. So this could be your faith, if you practice a faith. This could be your creativity that drives you or limits you. This could be your archetype. Do you show up as a good girl? Do you show up as a rebel? Do you show up as an angry person? Sort of your archetype of what it is you show up as. Is that driving you? Is that limiting you? Your mindset, is it driving you or limiting you? For me, my probably top 5 beliefs are my creativity, that drives me, my uniqueness, my delusion of uniqueness also, that very much drives me, because I wouldn't call it delusions of grandeur, because I don't think that's suitable here, but I have delusions that it does not matter what gets in my way. I will achieve what it is I set out to achieve. And I have a lot of evidence behind me that proves that my delusions do come true. My intelligence drives me, and feeding my intelligence drives me. So I love picking up new skills. I love learning new things. I love educating myself on things that I feel that stretch me and push my boundaries and push my biases. And then onto my things that limit me. Within my top 5 beliefs, I'd say my laziness limits me. And laziness can be very useful. It can be a very useful tool. But in some cases, for me personally, a belief that I am a lazy person and I will choose every possible option to have a shortcut, that can limit me sometimes, because I end up creating a process that's 10 times longer than it needs to be if I'd have just not been lazy in the first place. And my confidence is sometimes a limiting factor for me. It's sometimes a limiting belief. Sometimes it is a driving force, because I have a lot of confidence in some areas of my life, and in some areas my confidence limits me. So those are my top 5 beliefs. So if you needed time to pause and write down your top beliefs, if you've already done that, then we will move on. So what I wanted to say about these, with your what, with your current dream, and that is, again, the thing that you think about probably every day, this thing is going to align to your values and to your beliefs. When your values do not align with your actions in your life, you will feel like an imposter, and you will ultimately lead an unfulfilling life, because if the things you value most in this world are not being met frequently or even daily, you're not going to feel like you're fulfilled. You're not going to feel happy. You're not going to feel aligned. You're not going to feel like you're living your purpose, your dream, your passion, because everything you value is being just shunted to the side or not prioritized, because you're putting other things that don't actually mean anything to you above them. And this isn't to say that if you are doing a lot of charity and generosity kind of work, that's not to say that just because you don't prioritize being generous, just because you don't prioritize being a charitable person as your value, doesn't mean you can't do those things. But it means that if you're every day working on charitable and generous ventures, that's not going to fill your cup up, because that's not what you prioritize. If you prioritize your solitude and your independence, and yet you're with someone 85% of your day, and on your spare time you end up calling people and booking things when you're meant to be spending time alone, but you say you value your independence and your solitude, then you're obviously not going to be entirely fulfilled and happy in your life. These things very much make up being aligned and being fulfilled. And you're not going to get to your dream if you're prioritizing other values over the ones you truly actually value. You will not be happy, you will not be content, you will not be driven, and you will limit yourself, because the things that you are prioritizing over your values are going to be limiting you. Now I want to get on to your why. So the exercise I want to do here, I think is so important. And I got this from Dean Graziosi. So if you've heard of this before, I really hope you've done it. And if you haven't, I am so excited to show this to you. It's called 7 Levels Deep. And this is essentially a format of questions for you to really dig deep and get clear on your why. So I want you to pause me in a second and I want you to do the 7 Levels Deep exercise straight away, like right now, because you're investing your time and your energy. This is your sacred time that you've put to the side out of your day to focus on you. And if you put this off till later, there is the chance that you won't set aside the time to do this. So I really want you to, in this scheduled time that you've made to prioritize yourself, to up level yourself, and to really move forward with your dreams, I want you to do this exercise right this second. So all it is you ask yourself, why? Why do you want this dream? You want to be a PT. Okay. Why do I want to be a PT? Because I want to help impact people and get them fitter. Why do you want to impact people and get them fitter? And you continue 7 times to ask yourself, why is it the answer you've just provided? Why is that meaningful to you? Why does that make any kind of difference to your life? Why does that make any kind of difference to your emotions? And I want you to ask yourself this 7 times. And the first answer that pops up into your head is probably the most honest answer. It's your answer that is just subconscious and it automatically from your soul comes up to say, no, this is the answer to this. So don't talk yourself out of the initial answer. And if you're feeling like you're not really touching on something, ask again. Why? And you'll very much see that there is a core belief and reason that you want this dream and you want this passion and you want this purpose. So pause me now and really dig deep and work out your 7 levels deep. And why this is so important, now that you've done your exercise, is that we often know why we should do something. I should have been a doctor without borders because I liked helping people. Well, just liking helping people was not going to fulfill me. It wasn't part of my core values because I didn't actually want to be a doctor. I just wanted to impact people. I just wanted to help people. I just wanted to heal people. And the only way to do that is not only by being a doctor, it's not only by being a practitioner. This work I'm doing now that lights my soul on fire, this is helping people. This is impacting people and this is healing people. It's the same work, but it took me a while to get to this stage. And I want you to break down that kind of time collapse so that you can get to this stage so much quicker. So yeah, so often in life we know what we should do, but we don't have compelling reasons. Being a doctor without borders was not compelling enough for me to go through 7 years of medical school, then do the extra medical specializations, then do the training, then eventually do the Doctors Without Borders program. It wasn't a compelling enough reason. So a significant enough why to get ourselves to do whatever it takes to achieve what we really want needs to just be a compelling enough reason. And once you know what it is you really want, what your what is, what your dream is, you then must ask yourself, why do I want it? This is why we are doing the 7 Levels Deep exercise. This is why I hope you've just found out and really touched deep on why it is you actually want this dream. And getting clear on what will this dream give me? How will it make me feel once I've achieved this? And really settle into yourself and sort of manifest the feeling and the experience of finally achieving it. So if your dream is to graduate with a bachelor degree or a PhD, center yourself, close your eyes, and picture that moment you get your degree handed to you. Picture that moment you turn over the thing on your cap. Picture the moment that you get your PT certification sent to you. Whatever it is, picture how you feel and experience that feeling of achieving the result, achieving the dream. And that is where you'll sort of see where your real purpose is. And this will give you the link to the emotion and the compelling reasons why you want this dream. And these reasons are going to be the ones that you come back to time and again. B-roll just went off. Sorry, guys. If you're watching this, your B-roll just went off. This will be the reason why you keep getting up every day and working on your dreams. This will be the reason that when it's hard and when it's tough and you don't want to carry on, this will be the reason that you do. Okay. Let's move on to pushing your boundaries. This is something I really wanted to talk about, and this is probably needed to be its own masterclass. Most of these points need to be their own masterclass so I can delve even deeper. But for right now, I just want to give you a lot of juice, a lot of value, a lot of, energy to take this away and really impact yourself. So, with pushing your boundaries, we're talking about identifying where you're keeping yourself small, where you're using boundaries on yourself to keep yourself small, to keep yourself playing in small energy, to keep yourself being the good girl, to keep yourself being whatever kind of archetype it is that's limiting you. Where are you keeping yourself small so that other people can be comfortable? And if your comfort zone is this small, do you see that there? If your comfort zone is like this small, what's the first thing you can do to expand it? For some people, their comfort zone is staying at home and doing a workout. They're afraid to go to the gym. They feel gym anxiety. They don't really want to go there. They don't want to push their edges. So the first step would be signing up to the gym membership and your first day going. You want to be a PT. So pushing your comfort zone is going to be taking one of your friends to the gym and taking them through a workout, testing your skills, seeing your communication, working on refining techniques, getting used to the idea of coaching someone. Then, immediately after, you can inquire about that PT course. You can put your name down on the list. You can sign up and pay. You can start the first module. You can immediately tell where your comfort zone begins and ends just by checking in with your heart rate, just by checking in with your stress levels, just by checking in with your actual body and seeing how you feel can tell you whether you're in your comfort zone or not. If the thought of taking the next step on your dream creates this feeling of sort of panic and feels like you're stretching your edges. If you feel like a gut-wrenching drop and that it's completely wrong for you, then maybe you're either pushing your edges too far, you've not got enough skills, steps in between, you've maybe not got enough confidence or enough of something to actually make the step work. And you're just putting yourself in a little bit of danger and a little bit of uncomfortability, then maybe you need to come back a step or two. Maybe that panic is trying to alert you, okay, we're not actually ready for this, but we are ready for this little step in between. And then once this step's complete, we're ready to go the full mile. And this kind of applies to cases like you want to be a doctor. Okay, well, you can't just walk down the street, find the first person that looks a bit ill and perform open heart surgery on them. You don't have the skills, you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the behaviors and the training needed to be able to perform open heart surgery. It's just simply dangerous. That is a big no. But your first step could be, or your next step could be, going to your local university and inquiring about getting on the course, finding out what forms you need to fill in, finding out what pages and I said forms already, but you know what I mean. What things do you need to sign up with to make sure that you are doing everything you need to be on the next draft semester or start the next term? What do you need to do there to make sure that you're, sorry, something in my eye. Yeah, what do you need to do there to make sure you are still on the path without performing open heart surgery? And you can work through these things day by day. You don't have to take a leap from doing absolutely nothing and having no idea how to podcast to suddenly setting up a podcast, releasing your first episode all in 3 hours. You can actually take the time to read the article, to pitch your ideas, to create a script, to find the platform you need and the things you need in order to publish the podcast. You can take a day to do that. But it's about taking the day to do that thing and working on it instead of just going, oh, maybe next year. Oh, I'll start next month. Actually, I'll just look at that in a week. It's about taking a little bit of action right now, open the article, research the topic you want to talk about, create the script, create a thumbnail or a title or a headline or whatever it is for something you're creating. Create that thing right now. And that is your little step today in order to make something for yourself tomorrow. And again, if it's something you already have the skills for, dive head first. Like, here's your permission. You don't need to wait because you have all the skills and the knowledge and the training and the behaviors in place already to be able to perfectly execute this thing. Here's your permission. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just do it. An example of this is really me, being a coach. I have been in this space since I was 17. I'm now 23. I have years of experience of actively coaching myself, actively coaching people around me, and really digging deep into my whys, into my whats, into my hows, into every essential part of me that I think needed up leveling in order to be at the space where I am at now. And this list is never ending. Sorry to say it. Here's a shock spoiler for you. This kind of work on yourself never stops, simply because there is always shit going wrong. You will always experience trauma. You can't stop that. Things are going to happen to you. Things are going to happen that you don't like. People are going to die. People are going to break your heart. People are going to betray your trust. You're going to experience shit things. I'm a Black person. I will experience racism probably the rest of my life unless society drastically changes. Some people will experience homophobia. Some people will experience transphobia. Some people will experience starvation, like debt, poverty. You name the human experience, and people are going to be experiencing it. There is going to always be trauma. And that's why this list is endless, because you just up-level yourself and you help yourself the most you can with the situation you're working with. And you doing this work right now is helping yourself with the situation you're working with. You are actively investing your time, your energy, your brain capacity to absorb this information right now and take the time to work on yourself. I'm really proud of you for doing that. I just want to mention that right here, right now. I'm so proud of you for taking this time to make sure you are taking care of yourself and to make sure you're even trying to reach your dream. Just watching this, you are trying to reach your dream. And I'm so proud of you for that. And I think that segues into the next part. Little splashback. Yeah, I think that segues really perfectly into the next part, which is feeling the fear and doing it anyway, doing the thing anyway. And there is an inherent feeling to protect yourself, to make yourself safe, to make sure you're not pushing too many boundaries and edges, to keep yourself comfortable. That is part of the human experience. That is part of your body. And part of that is you trying to protect yourself because the move you want to make is scary. The thing you want to do is scary. And for your body, the panic and the rejection that kind of comes up and makes you feel like you want to lean out is your, like, lean out from your what is your mind's way and your body's way of trying to protect you from change. And change means uncertainty. Uncertainty is dangerous to your body. Certainty keeps you alive. Certainty keeps you protected. Certainty keeps you safe. Your body keeps you alive by making sure what you do in your day-to-day is certain. So the breakfast you have 6 days a week, the route you take to work that never changes, the job that never changes, even though you don't like it, the relationship that might be a little bit toxic, but you keep them around anyway because maybe the grass isn't greener. All of these things are known and safe to your mind and to your body. So changing means a much more dangerous situation than staying the same, than tolerating the friendship that drains you, than staying in the same job that provides a little bit of security but drains your life force energy because you just hate your coworkers or your job role or whatever it is. But hey, to your body, you're alive. You're fine. We can deal with anything as long as you're alive. As long as your basic human functions are working, we're still ticking along, we're still moving, you're fine. That is what your body is trying to tell you because uncertainty is dangerous. Your body cannot predict change. It does not know what's happening, so it sends you into a panic mode and it gives you anxiety and it makes you feel like you should reject the thing that's going to change you because that is just not safe. And we need to train our bodies to start feeling some safety around change. And there's something here that I really want to stress. And it's from a great influencer that I've discovered online in the last couple of years. And she's not sort of anything to do with coaching or anything, but she just mentioned this on one of her vlogs. And it was, if you don't make time to create the life you want, then you're going to waste a lot of time dealing and living the life, dealing with and living the life you don't want. Let me say that again. If you don't make time to create the life you want, then you're going to waste a lot of time dealing with and living the life that you don't want. Leaning out of your dreams, allowing other people to put fear into you about your dreams, and just accepting life the way it is means that you are actively agreeing to be unhappy. You are agreeing to lead an unfulfilling life for the majority of your life if you do not choose to change it. So allowing these things to happen means you are actively agreeing to the universe that you're okay with this. You don't need to be okay with this. Getting to 90 years old and regretting the choices you didn't make would really fucking suck. I don't know about you, but to me, getting to 90 and thinking, what if I did start that podcast? What if I did launch that fashion line? What if I did start that YouTube channel? What if I did change that job? What if I broke up with that partner? What if I didn't get married? What if I did have kids? You don't want to get to 90 and think, fuck, why didn't I make that choice? It was right there. It was so easy. I just had to push through that fear and it would have been in the palm of my hand. Please do not allow yourself to get to a point where you're thinking, I could have been doing this for 5 years. What the fuck am I doing? Because I'm sure every single one of us has had an idea about something like that already. I'm only 23 and I've had that idea already. And this kind of leads me on really perfectly to doing more for yourself. I want you to understand that you can give yourself permission and take away permission so easily. You do it every day. You make these choices every day, and these are you giving yourself permission and taking away permission for doing things every single day. Sorry, I've got the hiccups. Let me drink more water. And what's important here is that you don't need anyone else to validate you. You don't need someone else to think that what you're saying is true in order for it to actually be true. For me, I felt like I really needed someone that was more accomplished to always confirm to me that I'm on the right path, that I'm doing the right thing. No one can tell me that but me. No one exists in my body, no one exists in my brain, no one exists in my human experience because I am an individual human and no one can live the exact same life as me. very similar lives, sure, but no one can live my exact life, my exact experience. So no one can know what's right for me. And anyone that tries to tell you that they know what's right for you is deluding themselves and trying to delude you. No one has that control. No one has that knowledge. Only you know what's right for you. Only you know to your core what your values are, what your beliefs are, what your dreams are, and how to execute them. Because all that potential is inside of you. You've just got to unlock it. So I want you to give yourself permission every fucking day to live authentically as the version of yourself that you know you are. Not who you should be, not who you would have been. Oh, like if I didn't mess up my knee, I would have been a footballer. I would have played for Man United, you know? Don't live as who you would have been had you made this choice. Live as the person you know you are in your soul, in your heart, in your body, in your mind. This person will come to you the more you tap into this kind of work, the more you tap into your intuition, the more you trust yourself to make the right choices, the more you actually take action to align yourself to your values and to your beliefs. This person will come to you. If it's not there right now, I promise you it will come. So I want you to make a conscious choice daily to show up as you know you are in the best version of yourself possible. And every day you will elevate a little bit closer when you say yes to everything that serves you and no to everything that doesn't. You will get a little bit closer to that truest, purest, most honest, most authentic version of yourself. And that is all anyone can ask of you, to show up authentically as yourself. And that's what we've got. So really onto making that scary first move. And I kind of want to tie this all together now into actually making that first move. So if you want to go from being stagnant, inactive, you want to go from this inaction in your life to completely disrupting your patterns and creating powerful momentum so that you can take action right now. One of the most powerful things I have trained myself, because this is training. You do have to train yourself to do this. Some people are very, very in tune with themselves and can do this on a whim. I had to train myself to do all this. So to take action immediately to move me towards my what and my why, you have to take a step that doesn't allow you to turn around tomorrow when all of this motivation, all of this good feeling, and all of this energy that you're experiencing right now, listening to this, when all of that is worn off, because it will, it does, it always does, motivation wears off. When this motivation wears off, you need to be able to tap in to that momentum because you've already taken the first step, because you've already committed yourself in a way that means you can't back out tomorrow. So this step can look like registering a social media page. It can look like a website. It can look like actively telling the people that you care about what it is you're doing and allowing them to be accountability partners. Allow them to call you out if you're taking a week off for no apparent reason other than you can't be bothered. So I'm getting a blocked nose now. My room's getting quite warm. This can be registering a company name, registering yourself as self-employed if you're being an entrepreneur, registering with the PT program because you put down money now. You've got skin in the game. You're 100% more going to show up if you've actually paid the deposit or paid in full for that PT course than if you just thought, oh, I'll keep the tab open. How many of you right now sitting here watching this have a tab open on your browser for your dream and you've done nothing about it? Just sit with that for a second. If that rings true for you and you've had that tab open for years, weeks, months, and you've done nothing to action it, maybe take that step right now and trust yourself that I've had this on my mind for months. I've had this on my mind for years. There is no better time than now. And I deserve to do this for myself. I promise you. If you've had it in your mind for that long, this is probably what is meant for you. It can look like making your first product. If you want to create a fashion line, you make your first t-shirt, hand sewing it. You can take product pictures if you've already got something in the line. You can script your first interview if you want to change jobs and your career is your passion and you want your new amazing employer to hire you off the bat, no questions asked. What kind of person do you need to show up for yourself in your interview to secure that? Commit some money, like we said, invest in your skill, buy the sewing machine, buy the PT course, buy the YouTube filming equipment, buy the podcasting stuff that you need. Don't get yourself into unintelligible debt, fine. But you know this is within your finances, because I heard something the other day, it kind of made me chuckle. It made me chuckle, and it was Monica Yates Health. If you don't know her, I love her. She said, "You're telling yourself you can't invest in yourself, but if you broke your phone tomorrow, irreparable, and you had to go buy £1,000 iPhone, or not go without a phone 3 months until you can save up the £1,000, would you go 3 months without your phone? Probably not. Most of us can probably say no, we wouldn't go 3 months without a phone. We'd make it work. So why are you not making it work for yourself? Reach out, ask for a payment plan, ask for extended options to be able to pay it back. Get a loan if you need it. Again, don't put yourself in thousands of pounds worth of debt that you can't intelligibly see that you can pay off. But if you needed to borrow £200 in order to get your PT course so that you can make thousands of pounds a month, is that a good investment of your money, your time, your energy, your life force? Because it's your passion and your dream and your purpose? Probably, yeah. Anything you choose as your first step, as your committal step, needs to be a piece of evidence for yourself that you are serious and you are driven to reaching your what. This is a non-negotiable effort to say to yourself, here is the hard proof that we are doing this. We've invested our time, our energy, our money, whatever it is. We're showing up, showing out to ourselves. Here is the concrete proof we are fucking doing this. I believe in you. We've got this. We're going to make it happen. We are reaching our dream. It might be now. It might be in 10 years. It might be in a couple months. But how much further are you going to be by making that committal step right now than if you wait 6 months, you wait 6 years, you wait until you're 90 to say, oh, if only I'd have paid for that PT course that I would have spent on a night out the same amount of money, or if only I'd have bought that book to inspire me to do this thing, whatever the story is here, right? Make sure that that first step you do right now, the first move you make, is an evidence piece to prove to yourself this is here to stay. This is our passion. This is our purpose. This aligns to our values. This aligns to our beliefs. It's going to reaffirm everything we are passionate about. And every time I think, why the fuck am I doing this? I'm going to come back to my why. We've got you. That is gold, baby. And yeah, this evidence piece is huge, because whenever you are questioning your what, you're questioning your why. The evidence you've laid for yourself is going to be proof of all that you need, that this is the right step for you and you're heading in the right direction. And every incremental little step, every little move that you make from that first move is pushing you closer to your dream. And showing up authentically as yourself is pushing you closer to that best version of you, that most authentic version of you, that means you are leading a fulfilling, happy life. And that is all I want for you. So that is it. That is all I've got. I hope that has really energized you, that has really filled you up, and that has really locked you in to making your first move. I just want to say I am so proud of you for doing this. I am so proud of you for committing your time. I am so grateful for you for committing your time to this. And I love you and I appreciate you. And if no one's told you today, you are deserving, you are worthy of achieving your dreams, and no one can tell you different. No one is in control of your destiny. No one is in control of your dreams. It is all you. And I'm so excited to see you achieve it. I cannot wait for you to come to me in a couple weeks, a couple months, a couple years' time and say, this changed everything. You made the first move on your dreams, and now you've reached them. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching and investing your time and your energy into this. I really hope this changes your mindset on making your first move. And every time you need to come back to this to reaffirm that you're doing the right thing, use this as your permission piece. And I'm just so excited to see what you come up with, what you get done. Okay, I love you. Bye.